How's it going, everybody? All right, today we are playing Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. This is the game that takes place right after the first game chronologically in the series, which is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. This will be the last time I go over the story of Snake Eater, so if you haven't seen it up to this point, then you can refer to this video to get caught up. So at the beginning, we were a special forces guy in the Green Berets named Snake, or named Jack. And so we got inducted into a special unit called the Fox Unit. We were sent to the Soviet Union on a solo infiltration mission to rescue a Soviet scientist. You can hear? Good, good. Audio's fine. Fantastic. Yeah, so we were sent on a mission to rescue a weapons scientist in the Soviet Union named Sokolov. He was developing a weapon called the Shagohod, which could launch nuclear missiles from any sort of terrain. Basically, it would have ended the Cold War. The Russians could fire a nuclear strike without being detected. So Snake was to go in and rescue him. John, yeah. The only thing Ocelot doesn't know is Snake's real name. Yeah, so we go in and we try to rescue the scientist, right? We get stopped by our old mentor, the boss. She's a soldier from World War II who was part of a Cobra, the Cobra unit, which kind of single-handedly ended World War II. She stops you at a bridge, and she steals the scientist from you, and she announces that she's defecting to the Soviet Union, and she steals 2 nuclear warheads from the U.S. So one of those nuclear warheads ends up getting fired at the research facility, and it causes a huge international incident. So the U.S. government decides that what they're going to do is send Snake back in to kill the boss, kill her entire Cobra unit, recover the nuclear warheads, destroy the weapon, recover the weapons scientist, and kill the separatist colonel who the boss has defected to, named Colonel Volgin. He's sort of a high-ranking official in the Soviet Union, but he's defecting from Khrushchev, and he wants to sort of gain control of the Soviet Union himself so he can start a real war with the United States. So we go in, and we kill the Cobra unit, we destroy the Shagohod, and we end up even killing the boss, our old mentor. And then it's revealed that the boss was not defecting to the Soviet Union at all, that she only had to say that because she didn't expect Snake to be there, and there was kind of a mess up. They didn't expect Volgin to fire a nuclear weapon at the research facility. So the boss's mission was to go in and steal something from Volgin called the Philosopher's Legacy. The Philosophers were a group of people in China, the Soviet Union, and the United States who were very rich, sort of like secret elite people, and they put together this massive fund for weapons research to defeat Germany and Japan in World War II. And they had about $100 billion in World War II money, so a shitload of money, left over after World War II. It was called the Philosopher's Legacy. Colonel Volgin has possession of the Philosopher's Legacy. So the boss is sent in to try and recover all of that money for the U.S., so the U.S. can have, basically infinite money to do insane weapons research. That's the reason Colonel Volgin can fund the Shagohod in the first place. So, yeah, it was a pretty dick move from Volgin, I'll definitely say that. But, so anyway, the boss is told that basically you can't come back to America because if it's ever found out that America was involved in the nuclear strike on the Soviet Union, it would be over, right? So the only option left for the U.S. government was to send in Snake to kill the boss. Even though she hadn't defected, she hadn't done anything wrong, it was just kind of, something had fucked up. So Snake finds out about this, and he's not too happy, obviously. He's actually like completely destroyed, as we're going to find out. He ends up leaving the Fox unit and retiring completely, and then that's the end of MGS3. So there's a game in between MGS3 and the game we're about to play, Peace Walker. It's called Portable Ops, and I was gonna play it, but there's too much gameplay for too little story, so I'm just gonna kind of sum it up. really quickly. Snake retires. He goes to Colombia. The Fox unit comes after him, basically, and captures him, puts him in a jail cell, and starts interrogating him because the U.S. finds out that they only got half of the Philosopher's Legacy, and they want to know where the other half is. At the end of MGS3, there's a little cutscene at the end of the credits where Ocelot says that basically he only gave half of the legacy to the United States. So the U.S. wants to recover the rest of the legacy, and they think that Snake knows about it. They think Snake knows where it is. So they capture him in Colombia. They start interrogating him, torturing him, basically. And he ends up escaping from the cell and finds out that where he's at in Colombia, there's a implant resistance, basically, by the Soviet Union. What the Soviet Union is trying to do is gain control of South America, so they have a very strategic location to fire on the U.S., basically. If they have, like, say, Colombia, and Colombia has gone communist and joined with the Soviet Union, then they have a really good tactical position on the United States. So they want to get control of Colombia. Snake is there being detained at this same facility where there's this Russian force kind of moving in to try and start an uprising. So what ends up happening is Snake runs into this guy who's named Gene. He's starting a resistance in Colombia, the communist resistance in Colombia, and Snake hears that this guy has a Metal Gear. It's a weapon that can basically fire, just like the Shagohod can fire nuclear weapons from any sort of terrain. So Snake starts getting communications from this guy who calls himself the Ghost, and he kind of starts guiding Snake and helping him taking out this Metal Gear. Along the way, Snake starts to realize that he can't do this on his own because he has no backup. He contacts a paramedic and SIGINT from the last game, and they start helping him out, which is a little weird considering they still work for the CIA, and the CIA are the ones in charge of the Fox unit who captured Snake. So that's a little strange. So they start helping him, and they help Snake to start capturing forces, essentially, from Gene and create his own resistance movement in this base. Along the way, he meets up with this guy, one of the guys he captures. His name is Kazuhiro Miller, a very important guy throughout the rest of the series. He's taking out this base, and Kaz is the only guy left. He's in this building where Snake has to go to rescue some intel. And when Snake goes into the building, Kaz rushes Snake with a grenade in his hand, trying to blow them both up. Snake disables the grenade, and they end up talking for a long time and becoming pretty good friends. And so it ends up that them capturing Snake and detaining him and putting him in this facility was all orchestrated by the U.S. government, again, to bring Snake out of retirement, purposefully get him to destroy the Metal Gear. They knew where the rest of the Philosopher's Legacy was all the time. They didn't care about that. They just wanted Snake to solo infiltrate this particular facility, take out the Metal Gear. This is in Portable Ops. This is in Portable Ops that this happens. So really the most important thing that happens in Portable Ops there is that Snake starts to gather these troops, and when he kind of gets out of that whole mess, all of these guys are like, well, we're still gonna follow you because we don't have anywhere else to go. So he starts an organization called Military Sans Frontières, and it's basically Doctors Without Borders, but for military purposes. And it's the very first private military corporation, basically. So it's him, and Kazuhiro Miller is the second in command there. And they have a bunch of guys, and they live in Colombia. And they're trying to sort of make some money and start a real organization that soldiers can come to without being tools of governments, basically. They can fight for what they believe in is right rather than fighting for governments. That's Big Boss's dream. And that's what he thought the boss would have wanted sort of at the end of MGS3. He believes that, the whole reason why he had to kill his mentor was because stupid machinations of governments and organizations that were way bigger than the individual people that they hurt. And so he decides that he's going to make a private military that fights only for what they believe in is right. And so that's what he does. He starts Military Stands Frontiers, and he's in Colombia at the end of all of that, and that's where we start Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. So, without any further ado, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and start the game up here, see if I can do that if I'm in controller mode. Let me just exit this. All right. Yeah. So along the way in Portable Ops, Snake finds this sort of genetically engineered child soldier named Frank Yeager. That comes up later. Snake, this child soldier basically tries to kill him, and he's like genetically engineered, so he's like super strong, and he's kind of going insane. Snake rescues him, but he's then captured by the U.S. government and never seen again. But we will see him later. So, anyway, let me go up and load the screen up here. Here we are. And let's get straight into MGS Peace Walker. See if I can change the sound a bit here. All right. So the story has got a bit convoluted. It's just going to get more convoluted up until Metal Gear Solid 1, when everything sort of really straightens out. If you have any questions about what's going on, just post them in the chat, and I'll be able to work it out for you. It gets really fucking convoluted up until the end of, like, Metal Gear Solid 5. So for the next 2 games, we're going to be... Yeah. Anyway. But in a couple games, everything, like, the story really straightens itself out, and it's pretty easy to figure out. Alright, this looks good. Okay, new game. What's our player name, huh? Well, it looks like we're just gonna have to be Snake. This is an interesting input thing here. If you've just returned, then you've missed everything that I just said, and you should probably go back and check out that whole recap we did. You saw MGS3, so you don't need all the recap, but you're going to have missed an entire game if you didn't watch what I just said, because we're skipping over one game. Select your control scheme, similar to MGS4. Hunter type. The configuration is similar to that of the Monster Hunter Freedom series. Okay. Let's see. Attack, action button. This is like MGS3, I think. Reload, yep. Crouch, yep. That looks pretty good. What is this? Action type. So the D-pad doesn't do anything except for shift camera. R1 doesn't do anything in this. Shooter type, action type, hunter type. Is there any shift camera? Okay, so you can shift camera anyway like that. So I think we're gonna go shooter type. Weapon select settings, equip, unequip. That's probably pretty good, just so we can quick reload, hopefully. Select button, auto aim switch. Sounds good. What else can we do? Co-ops communication. All right, auto aim switches. He actually confronted and killed the boss at Rokovaj Bereg, which is called the Lake of Destiny. So that's wrong. It was not at Grozny Grad. Thank you. Oh, this is a PlayStation Portable game, by the way. This is for the PSP.
Hey, boss! Wanna go around?
Hell yeah, dude. CQC, bro. Dude, his combo is a little bit slower.
Look alive, ladies! The boss is gonna join us! Show him how it's done, boss! Your first priority in enemy territory is knowing your surroundings. Your life depends on where you are looking and how fast you can identify your target. Therefore, you must first master moving your line of sight. To move your line of sight, use the right stick. Now when I give you an order, look in that direction. Look up. Good. Look down. Good.
Hell
You
yeah.
should be familiar with the up and down controls now.
love
Press
this
the
part.
action button if you're ready to move on.
Oh yeah, dude. Action button.
Okay. Next, we'll check your left and right. Look right. Good. Look left. Good. You should be familiar with the left and right controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay. You can change the controls anytime in options. Go with the method that works best for you. Next, I'll explain how to change stances. If you just stand there like an idiot in front of an enemy, you might as well kill yourself now! At
Yeah.
times, you will need to get low to avoid detection.
Oh, shit.
You have
Okay,
three
sorry.
stances. Stand, crouch, and lying down.
crap.
To change stances, use the crouch
should
button.
sound better. It's
Tap the
probably
crouch
like
button to
reverb.
change between standing
So
and
you're
crouching.
asking, when you
you
got
can
the same
move
stars
in
box.
either
You're not
stance.
supposed to know yet.
Hold the crouch button
But
and
you will
keep
know
it
by the
held
end
to
of this
lie
video.
down. However, you cannot move while you are lying down. I'll say that again. You cannot move while lying down. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. So, you can't move when lying down? Really? Oh, so you hold the crouch button to lie down, and then
Good.
you actually can't move.
Next,
No,
we'll work on your movement. Use the left stick to move around. Tilt it a little to walk slowly.
We're trying to
Tilt farther
smash through
run.
this. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Goodbye. That's interesting. You can't move while you're lying down. Huh. You can, however, crouch walk.
What's going on, Kaz?
We've got guests.
Time to move.
Don't worry, it's not our friends from Langley. I brought him. Made sure we won't fall.
Thank you, Big Boss.
Call me Snake.
Sorry, Vic Boss.
Listen up. For us, there is no victory.
But in Revolution, doesn't one triumph or die?
We don't do either.
So, as you can see, the budget for this game is not as high as MGS3. The story is still very good. Yeah, I kind of dig the art style, actually.
Here.
Thank you. I feel like a new man. There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee.
So, what brings a distinguished scholar from the Costa Rican government to Colombia?
Professor Galvez comes from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
You see, over the past year, there have been sightings of an armed group in Costa Rica. They're not ours, of course.
Costa Rica doesn't have an army.
Correct. Article 12 of our Constitution states that the Army as a permanent institution is abolished.
The Peace Constitution.
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua?
No, they don't appear to be guerrillas. They're far too organized.
What's your government's take?
The authorities in San Jose claim it's a multinational security firm, hired by the Development Corporation of Costa Rica. Lies, obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload.
Where'd they get that kind of cash?
I fear La CIA may be involved.
The CIA.
As you both know, the United States views Central America as its backyard. Even after Cuba, we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the U.S.
And your government can't just give them the boot?
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Japan's constitution has something similar. Article 9. It says Japan renounces war and can't maintain an army.
I understand that you and your men have neither state nor ideology.
No one gets laid
That
in
you will
this
fight
game.
any foe.
No one ever gets laid.
Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country. We come to you, the Militaires Sans Frontières.
So, you want to hire us?
Yes, as our deterrent. We can't afford to pay much, it's true. But we can offer you this. A forward operating base. An offshore plant in the Caribbean.
Sounds pretty good to me. This place is becoming a mess anyway. Snake, we need someplace we can settle down.
The government's agreed to cooperate. Unofficially, of course.
A chopper for transport would be nice too.
I'll see what I can do.
Hold it. You seem to think we're just a pack of dogs of war. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I've heard. You're an army without a state.
No, we've only left our countries behind.
Please, you must help us.
If your suspicions are true, force isn't gonna do any good. You'll have to find a political solution.
The government's hands are tied.
Go back to your bosses in San Jose. Tell them if they want, I'll introduce them to a negotiator I know.
No, I'm not here on their behalf.
So, what are you doing here?
For over 20 years, I've preached the virtues of peace at multiple universities. Tonight, I stand before you as an educator. This is my student. She came to me to study peace. Her name is Paz. Paz Ortega.
Paz. Peace.
No kidding. That's my name too. Kazuhiro. It's Japanese for peace. Pleased to meet you, Paz. Call me Kaz.
They've got a supply port north of Puerto Limon, a town in La Costa del Mar Caribe. A few days ago, Paz stumbled upon that facility while searching for a lost friend. She was captured. She's only a child, 16 years old. They did terrible things to her, but somehow she managed to escape. Oh, thank God. She's huérfana. Her mother died when she was small, and she lost her grandparents in the Civil War. She hates war with a passion like no other.
My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake. It is my one and only purpose. Please, get them out of my country. Make them leave Costa Rica.
Sorry, kid.
We know who you are, Big Boss. That is why we've come to you.
Okay.
Miller here. Do you copy, Snake? I see you've landed. That makes one giant leap for us. I'm sending this from the offshore plant, our mother base. The signal is unidirectional. I'll be giving you commands and advice through this channel. Keep your headphones on at all times and pay attention. Also, make sure no one else can listen in. Snake, are you clear on the controls? Take a minute to refresh your memory. Use the left stick to move. Use the right stick to adjust your view.
Interesting. So something's going on here. Ah, my left and right were inverted. That's right. Alright. Nope.
To change your settings, use the start button to open the menu.
Ah, there we go. Okay. That's better.
There's no one around. Why not try some shooting practice? Select a target and squeeze off a round or two. Press the directional buttons while holding the R2 button to switch weapons.
Oh.
Ready your weapon with the L1 button. Then press the R1 button to fire. How about a little shooting practice? Try hitting a coconut. Select equipment by pressing the square or circle button while holding the L2 button. To check your map, press the start button to open the menu.
Yeah, I know about all these cops. Come on. Yeah, great. Got a map.
The M16's a standard assault rifle, capable of rapid fire.
Interesting.
The facility you're headed for is past that fence. A grenade should be able to take out that gate. Grenades explode. You throw them, Snake. Use the L1 button to ready throwing weapons. Once you've readied the weapon, throw with the R1 button.
I gotcha.
When using throwing weapons, hold the attack button down longer to throw farther. You won't throw the weapon until you let go of...
Thank you, Miller. Thank you.
I gotta thank you for agreeing to this, Snake. Man, am I glad to be out of here. Finally, we can leave all that crap in San Geronimo behind. Break into the mercenary business for real. Let me guess. You're doing it for her, aren't you? For her.
Here we go. You're doing this for her.
Are they still here?
Come on, Snake. This could be good for us. They're willing to give us an offshore plant, a place we can finally put down some roots. This is our chance to expand MSF.
We don't need a place to stay, Kaz. We're nomads. We always will be.
What? You'd rather keep wandering from conflict to conflict? Tools in the hands of whoever's fighting at the time?
The second we settle down, who's to say we won't become the warmongers?
Listen to me, Snake. We're not mercenaries. We're not a foreign legion. MSF's a business. A new kind of business. Look, it's not like we're trying to start a war here. All we need to do is find out who this security company really is.
Come on, Kaz. It's pretty obvious that they're backed by the CIA.
Wait a sec. That would mean...
Our friend, the professor, is likely KGB.
I see.
We'd be making an enemy of our homeland.
And there'd be no turning back.
This damn thing won't light.
Huh?
Put on some coffee, Kaz. It's time for a little chat with the professor.
I was a heavy smoker. When I got my medal from the Secretary General, he gave me this prosthetic hand as well. But smoking was ruining my lungs, so I quit. I've not had much use for it since. It's quite an honor to meet the legendary Big Boss.
That's just a code name the CIA made up.
Then perhaps I should call you John.
I don't have a name. You stopped using that code name you liked so much 10 years ago. What about you, comrade? What do they call you back at Center?
Well then, allow me to get straight to the point. Land as slim as a whip, hot as torture.
That's the Chilean poet, Neruda.
Central America is the navel of the American continents, bridging north and south. We want this land. We'll build a socialist stronghold, then use it to split the Americas in two.
America would lose its backyard.
And with it, its economic production, shipping lanes, and strategic value. We, on the other hand, would gain a base from which all of Latin America would be well within our reach. He who controls Central America will win this Cold War. First comes Nicaragua, toppling the pro-American Somoza regime. In preparation, we've begun instigating anti-Somoza sentiment and providing
if you
aid
haven't
to
been
the
caught up from the
Sandinista
beginning,
National
then you're
Liberation
not going to understand
Front.
anything of what's going on. I definitely recommend...
You're manipulating
watching some of the-
Sandinista into overthrowing Somoza for you.
After the revolution, Nicaragua will become a socialist state.
You think America's just gonna let that happen?
Certainly not. After all, the CIA is already here.
And that's the armed group inside Costa Rica.
Precisely. It's clear that they've been sent in to disrupt our efforts across the border in Nicaragua. Simply put, the army now stationed in Costa Rica is CIA capital. But it's more complex than that. The CIA's got something else planned as well.
What?
That is the million-dollar question. Big Boss, we want you and your unit to find the answer. Infiltrate and investigate the facility in La Costa where Paz was imprisoned. Learn all you can of their operations. Then, drive them out of the country.
You're asking us to settle a turf war between the KGB and the CIA?
Once gameplay
What about
starts, you
her?
can skip the gameplay.
That was all
because
just an act.
No story shit there.
You mean her words about peace? She was captured, that much is true. But I've kept my KGB affiliation from her.
And you thought we'd fall for a sob story?
No. I had good reason to bring her along. She managed to escape with her life, but her friend was not so lucky. Why were they attacked? I believe this will help explain. Perhaps they saw something they weren't supposed to. Perhaps they heard something they shouldn't have.
That isn't revealed until
A cassette tape?
Paz took this during her escape.
Important shit's gonna start now, so I'm gonna put it on mute.
She says her friend happened to record
any
it by
questions
accident.
What is that?
A portable stereo cassette player. The first of its kind.
Ah, I heard they were working on something like that in Japan. Didn't know you guys were too.
I believe what you're about to hear will help you understand.
What is that? A Quetzal?
The phoenix bird.
Paz's friend was researching birds. She went out into the jungle to record bird calls and stumbled upon this.
So? So what?
Now it gets interesting.
Poisonous. I need to get rid of it. I chase it back to its nest. You can't. The snake's too vicious. It's all... Many people. I chase it away. It will bite you unless you kill it. Go home.
Boss. Voice print analysis confirms that this voice is indeed that of the legendary hero and criminal, the boss. What? The other hasn't been identified. Female in her 30s with a British accent. The song playing in the background was a hit in 1973.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your mentor? Your mission or your beliefs?
I am loyal to
Boss
myself.
is alive in Costa Rica.
As I understand it, she was your commander, fought by your side. And that you killed her under orders from the CIA, thus surpassing her to become the hero known as Big Boss. Well, what'll it be? Will you take the job?
Snake, it's gotta be a trap.
So you still can't turn your back on your country? Then I suppose you won't need this.
Wait!
Snake?
I'll do it for the girl. For Paz.
Okay. For peace, then.
Pause.
There they are. CIA mercs.
Sneaky
Snake,
snake.
you've got to get past them undetected. Avoid combat whenever possible.
Same shit, different day. Snake, this is a sneaking mission. I'm sure he's gonna say that. But that's what they always say. Snake, this is a sneaking mission.
This is a sneaking mission. Hide behind stuff. Take the long way around. Whatever it takes to stay out of sight.
What'd I fucking
Your gun
say?
is
Oh,
a last
nice.
resort. It could just as easily kill you as save you.
Okay, thank you, Miller. Are we done with the tutorial? Yeah, so yeah, that was the boss on that tape recorder there. That was her voice. So let's see what happens here.
To press up against a wall, face it and hit the action button. From that position, you can press the L1 button to detect enemies. That also works while lying down.
Really Really not into,
Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base.
Alright, thanks. I'm really not into this Miller calling you every 5 seconds with use this information thing. Well, there's a bunch of gameplay here.
The indicator in the upper right serves as a compass and shows sound sources. Pay attention to your surroundings.
This Miller bullshit.
The percentage in the upper right is your camo index. The lower the number, the more easily you'll be spotted. Conspicuous movements and loud noises will compromise your camo index. Your fatigues will act as camouflage.
You know, I've played MGS3 there, Miller.
Keep your eye on what's left of your life gauge on the left of the screen. To the right of that, you'll see your sight gauge. Exhausting it will...
Thank you, Miller. Goodbye. Kaz, I fucking love you, but dude, I'm Big Boss. Like, I know how to sneak around. Dude, look at this. You could not do this in MGS3. I'm so happy you can do this. You can fucking crouch walk. Finally, you can walk while ducked down. That's not something Snake knew how to do before. He couldn't get it. Unfortunately, he traded that ability for the ability to crawl on the ground. Now he doesn't know how to crawl. He can just lay there. But you know, I'll take it. I'll fucking take it, dude. Let's just try to see if we can't get one of them headshots. Did I get him? Alright.
Looks like you're inside the compound. Security is tight. Stay sharp.
So I gotta make it up there. It's not a problem. Turn around. No difficulty options. Hey! So, whoa, dude, chill.
Is somebody there?
Come on. Okay, he's coming around this side. Oh shit. What the fuck? Damn, they get up after that. There we go. Go to sleep. Thank you. Look at his crouch rock animation. That's hilarious. Snake is adorable. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Snake had to get rid of a move in order to learn.
Yes, sir, we broke him. We acquired the whereabouts of target 500.
Acknowledged. Spears are loaded. The barge is cleared Point Bravo.
Acknowledged. Out.
Freeze! The cargo. Where's it headed? What is it?
Air suit! In the mountains!
What's up there?
DJ Gonzalez.
can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You found a radio.
It's got a circuit that reverses the audio phase.
Let's switch frequencies from time to time, just to make sure we're not detected.
I found a map of their bases. The cargo's heading from the marshes west towards Irasu.
Nice going, boss.
Kaz, this place is full of film badges. Dozens of them.
Film badges? Like the ones used to measure radiation exposure?
The radio man was wearing one. And whoever he was talking to called the cargo Spears.
Wait, that would mean...
Nukes. They're bringing nukes into Costa Rica.
Holy Mother of God.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to start a fucking Metal Gear game, dude.
They're bringing nukes into Costa Rica.
Nice, so I level up my guns, huh? That's pretty interesting. Oh boy.
How's that map, Snake? Think you can use it?
Nah.
It tells me where their bases are, but it's just a bunch of points. No routes. I need better intel on the lay of the land.
Snake, the professor said he's got the Sandinistas on his side. Said you should get in touch with the FSL and Comandante.
Do they know they're backed by the KGB?
Nah. As far as they know, they're really fighting for the revolution. The KGB is staying behind the scenes. I'm not sure the Sandinistas are aware of what's really going on.
Still can't believe anybody would bring nukes here.
Yeah, that's a shocker. Costa Rica's party to the Tlatelolco Treaty, which declares Latin America a nuke-free zone. Based on Japan's 3 non-nuclear principles, it bans the testing, use, import, or deployment of nuclear weapons. If word of this gets out, Opinol will be forced to act. It'll cause an international uproar.
The treaty was signed to prevent another Cuban Missile Crisis. If the U.S. itself is gonna scrap it...
Latin America is too close to spawning another Cuba or two already. The entire continent would become one big powder keg.
Well, if they did bring nukes, we can't let them get away with it.
Are they planning a test? Showing off? Or is it all to keep the anti-American movement in check?
Good question. Why bring them here? I can't figure it out.
Whatever the CIA's up to in Costa Rica, the professor wants it stopped. We need to find out what that something is.
We need to get ready first, Kaz. Repairs?
Working as fast as we can, boss. This place is pretty beat. It looks like hell. But as long as you're with us, we'll make it heaven. No one can bother us here. No state telling us what to do. This is the MSF's haven, our mother base. And with this foothold, we'll back you up even better than before. We're gonna turn this pile of junk into something big.
Cool. This is Mother Base. So, a big part of this game, I imagine, is, well, you get versus ops, get some R&D. Oh, no, I do not. Let's see what we can develop. Mark 22 rank 2, that's all we need. Alright, can't develop yet, so that's cool. We got some staff. Everybody's in the waiting room. I'll probably do most of this shit, this is interesting. I'll probably do most of this shit off the stream. I don't want to bore you guys with management bullshit, but I'll probably do it just to make the game easier. As of now, we're just going to go straight back into... Just gonna go right back into it. I might develop a hush puppy or two if, you know. Alright, this is a story mission. This one.
Snake, I rigged that radio so you can contact our young lady friend Paz.
Is she okay?
No need to worry. She's tougher than you think.
Still just a kid.
Which is exactly why she could be an effective source of information. Besides, that little Angel de la Paz is the one who gave us this mission, right?
I guess.
I'll put her on.
Snake,
Paz, where are you?
Ciudad Colon. At school. The teacher told me to stay here until things quiet down.
Teacher? Oh, him. He's... Yeah, that's probably good advice.
See, he has a radio in his room, so we can talk anytime.
Pretty fancy for a teacher.
Promise me, Snake, that you'll bring back peace, and
I know. I'll contact you if I find your friend.
thank you. Snake, if you need to know about Costa Rica, the geography, the climate, the wildlife, anything, just ask me. I know about its history and laws too. We learned it all in school.
Got it. I have a question. I'll ask. What?
In school, I also learned that peace is an unnatural state for human society, and that war is a constant threat to our relationships with others.
That's right.
So, to achieve peace, we have to create it ourselves. Crying about it won't bring it about or make it last. Each one of us must go and seek it out.
You won't find it without making sacrifices. No offense, but I don't know what peace is. Never felt what it's like. Never even been interested in it.
Snake?
Oh, sorry. Listen, Paz, I think your ideas are admirable. And I hope they turn out to be right.
Yeah, me too.
Peace is in your name. Who better to help bring it back?
Thanks, Snake. I will be here whenever you need me. See you later.
Snake, use your radio to call people, but stay alert. You're in the middle of a mission and can't afford to let your guard down.
Got it.
Need to know more about Costa Rica? Haas can help you out.
Good to know.
We'll follow their transport route. This should take us straight to their main base.
From what I've seen, it looks like nukes.
Agreed. The key thing now is to confirm whether those spears really are what we think they are, and if so, why they're here.
Follow the transport route. Find the nukes.
That's what I'm thinking. First, we should make contact with the Sandinista Comandante. They can tell us more about what's up ahead. But it looks like their hideout's already come under attack.
We better hope they're still alive.
Snake, infiltrate that cabin and secure the Sandinista's Comandante. Neutralize any guards by knocking them out, putting them to sleep, or even using the Fulton recovery system. You choose how to handle it, boss.
Looks good. I don't think I need anything so much. Probably.
Head for the FSLN boathouse. It's northwest of there. You can use the radio you just picked up by pressing the start button to open the menu window. You know you can assign the radio to the select button by choosing options from the menu window.
Why? There we are.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Thank you, Miller.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Thank you, Miller. Anyway, suck it, NVIDIA. Check it out. It's fucking ray traced, bro. It's fucking ray tracing. Look at that. Oh, shit. It's fucking what? PSP? Fucking Kojima. He always does that shit.
keep it here at the base.
I feel like I'm basically God now that I can fucking crouch walk. Like, that's all Snake was missing before.
What's going on?
What was that? Oh, no. Oh! That was a good shot.
Extract. Fulton.
Recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter. The boathouse should be close by. Neutralize the security detail and make contact with the Commandante.
What was that?
Hush Puppy. Best gun in the game. In any Metal Gear game. I gotta reload. Oh. Anyway, I can just go through here.
Extract.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
I'm taking everybody. Everybody is joining my personal army. What was that? Oh shit.
Shot fired!
Oh, I don't think so. Thank you.
Good. Now meet with the FSLN Commandante. He's inside the boathouse.
Don't touch me! Get away!
¿Quién es? Eche!
No way.
What do we do?
Sandinista's right. I'm looking for someone.
Mi viejo!
Shh. He's dead. They killed nuestro viejo.
You're his daughter. Then that makes you his delegado, right? Relax. I'm not your enemy. Cuban.
A cigar?
I'll take whatever you've got. I owe you one. But I prefer cigarettes, you know. How do I look? A little like El Che, no? You Cubano?
Colombiano. A photographer. I came to Costa Rica to take pictures of birds.
Birds?
Yeah, quetzals.
You've got no telephoto lens. How do you get your shots?
Telephotos for amateurs. It's all in the timing.
Oh.
Let me smoke
Okay,
too.
we can talk until I finish this. Chico!
Tell
Dude,
me
I
what's
love
going on
Chico.
here.
This place is crawling with soldiers. They don't look like private security, more like hired guns. They're loaded with the latest gear from all over the world.
I heard they're a security force hired by Codesa.
Yeah, and I'm Papa Noel. Those guys are UCLA's.
UCLA's. La CIA.
I saw them, setting up shop in town. They're planning to do here what they did in Chile.
If that's the case, what are they after?
Whatever it is, it's not us.
You don't think they're here to push you back into Nicaragua?
Impossible. Too much hardware. Too many bases. Didn't you see? They've got helicopters, tanks. It's like we're in Da Nang. There must be something else.
They have a base near here.
There's a factory to the north, across a suspension bridge.
Factory to the north, across a bridge. Have you seen the big transport boat, mercenary crew on the Rio del Jade?
You mean the barge? It's upstream from here. Up toward Yasu.
Any idea what's on it?
I could introduce you to some of our compas up there, but I don't recommend going to the mountains. We've lost a lot of people there. They take us captive, torture us for information about our compas, and then they kill us like pigs.
Got it! Alright!
This was our last hideout, the final refuge for El Frente, after being pushed out of Nicaragua and into this peaceful paradise of Costa Rica. Then, El Monstruo attacked.
A monster.
Y mi viejo. Mi viejo. Papá. He was la esperanza. Our hope.
Now that Papa's gone, my sister's la comandante de la revolución.
Do not listen to him. Papa was a hero who fought by Sandino's side. I am only his daughter. You need a special talent to become cacique. It takes someone great to unite all of Las Compas.
Sorry to interrupt, but leaders don't choose themselves. Neither do heroes. You carry on his legacy of La Esperanza, and they'll follow you, no question.
You think so? My compas trust me, but not one of them calls me comandante.
Amanda!
See what I mean?
El Colibri!
What the hell?
Es un hombre nuevo, an unmanned weapon, a robot!
Chico! No! He won't survive the fall!
Out of my way! Better for him to die at the hand of a compa than suffer their torture. Stay here. As long as I'm still alive, I might as well be king. Over here! Fine, Chico! ¡Venceremos!
Cool.
Snake, what was that thing?
Whatever it was, it looked unmanned.
Unmanned? I'd heard rumors, but an operational unit?
What the hell is going on here?
Not to quote Amanda, but the hardware they've got here isn't just unusual, it's overkill, which means one thing. It's nukes. So the question now becomes why?
We can't make that call yet. We need more intel.
How? Our source is dead.
But his daughter isn't.
Good thinking. We can follow her. Head for the next outpost and make contact with Amanda if she's still alive.
Roger.
What's up with the song they sing? Miku is the robot. I would say those two things are related, and the only comment I'll make about this is the most Evangelion Metal Gear game. The song, as usual, is something fucked up. And it's just that one big one that does the song thing, as far as I know. So we've got some target practice and all that stuff, some instructions on how to do fold and recovery, but we're going to pursue Amanda, the Sandinista leader, and obtain intel on the enemy's bases and the route that was used to transport the nuclear material.
The direction Amanda's Sandinistas were going corresponds to the location of the next outpost, a supply depot. We should be able to make contact with her there. Careful. They've got reinforcements coming.
What was that? What is it?
Press the attack button near the enemy to initiate close quarters combat.
Get down.
Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base. Fulton recovery helicopter is complete. Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Oh, my mic is low. Okay. Yeah, we're doing no kills. Well, we're not. We're not going to do no kills, actually. You can't do no kills in this game. And also, I mean, at this point, we've already killed the boss. So I don't really see how it really fucking matters who we kill. Matter of fact, at some point in this game, we may just go full Rambo. Start fucking mowing people down. This is not like MGS3. And we're not playing Solid Snake. So this is Big Boss. So... And there's no difficulty, actually. No difficulty settings. The game just gets very hard towards the end.
Amanda went across that rope bridge. Hurry! Be able to get past the enemy by hanging from the bridge.
Yeah, but why would I do
the
that?
action button near the bridge's handrail to hang. You can't hang down when you're crouching.
I don't care. We're smashing. Whoa. Oh, suppressor's down.
Wait! Somebody there?
So far, this is a lot easier than MGS3. Like, an insane amount easier.
Freeze!
You won't have to worry about that one anymore. So long as none of his buddies show up anyway. Go ahead and use Fulton Recovery to bring the target in. Careful now. They might be holding FSLN soldiers prisoner.
My Fulton is empty.
Gunfire!
You could transport the prisoner to Mother Base, if you had a balloon.
Hey, don't do that. Come on. Don't do that. Right.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm not used to having to save my Fultons. That's for sure. Some rations. Some more stuff. Tiger Stripe, nice. Alright, I think that's the end of the op there. We get a nice cutscene. Yeah. Okay.
Looks like there's no way around him. You up for this, Snake?
All right. Maybe I can develop one of them. Nice. Develop a better Fulton or something like that. Definitely want more.
Listen, boss. We both know you're the reason MSF's grown so much. But it's time we started putting more thought into provisions.
Good point. A place this big needs a good stockpile on hand.
The Japanese say, you can't fight on an empty stomach. Something we learned in World War II.
Obviously. Maintaining a steady supply of provisions is one of the basic principles of logistics.
So I went ahead and set up a mess hall team. The team members' numbers and abilities will affect the amount of grub to go around. Without enough food, morale will drop. They get hungry enough, and we could start losing people.
Okay. So, I know I said I was going to do this, but I'm gonna need to develop some shit, and I really need to do this. Otherwise, we're gonna... no, I don't care about the missile team. That's not really important. Combat unit. So... Missile team. Probably good with leveling them up as well. Oh, that was my combat unit that I was leveling up. Oops. That's fine. Let's see here. Weapons, nice. Mark 22. Let's develop that. I don't know what it does, but it sounds good to me. And then I happen to know we're going to need a rocket launcher. We have one. Fantastic. About our fullness. Stun rod. 22, the law. Throwing weapons, placeable weapons. Okay, no new Fulton shit yet. Looks like. Okay. Uniforms. Okay, here we go. We got to take out a tank and a bunch of dudes. So, you know, Snake's already killed before at this point.
That's an armored vehicle unit, Snake. Either destroy the vehicle or neutralize the soldiers. Take it out.
Okay, here we go. For peace.
Neutralize the enemy troops. The accompanying soldiers are armed to the teeth. Watch yourself.
come on. Grenades are a good idea. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Damn it! Looks like they've got a backup fuel tank. Target successfully neutralized.
That was brutal.
Amanda!
Shoot it!
She'll fall!
Shoot el Chico Libri!
Amanda!
Chico.
What? What is it?
Can you roll me one? Tobacco.
Oh, yeah.
Chico.
Hold still.
I treated him like a kid again. We fought. I didn't want Chico to know. Kept it a secret. Somoza's Guardia chased us out of Nicaragua, across the Rio San Juan, and we ended up here. The only reason we've been able to keep on fighting.
Amanda!
The factory. You saw it?
The banana factory.
A front. It's a drug refining plant. The KGB set it up for us to run. We used the income to buy food and weapons. Mi viejo never said a word, but we all knew. Everyone except Chico. Everything we have. Our weapons, our compass. He brought it all together. We were going to rebuild our country. Rebuild Nika with our own hands. Even if we had to dirty our hands to do it. But it's all over. We lost our cacique. Papa! I could never replace him. Now they've taken the plant from us too. There's no place left to regroup. No way to fight la revolución.
Here, I rolled you one.
What about you? You're going after that cargo?
Yeah.
Must be important,
Looks that way. It looks like it could be nukes.
What? Nukes? Madre de Dios. No time to waste. We must get to Irasu. The transport route leads there. It must be where they're holding Chico and my compas, too. Whenever Chico and I argue, he goes off to be by himself. That's why he knows more than anybody about their bases. Chico.
You're pretty worried about your baby brother.
This is why I'm not fit to be a leader.
Fine. It's a little bit out of my way, but just tell me where I need to go.
There's a prison up in the mountains. That's probably where he is.
A prison in the mountains.
You must do something for me. If you can't save Chico, I want you to ease his pain, end his humiliation. If he gives in, if he's about to sell out his compas, please, at least let him keep his honor.
That's a promise I can't make.
Why?
Amanda, we gave up our homes, but we're still alive. We're still fighting. And there's always another reason to keep on living.
I feel alive again.
Amanda, join my unit until you've healed up.
Your unit?
Yeah,
Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Snake. Serviente.
Snake? Could it be the great cacique has come to lead us?
Kaz, can you hear me?
MSF here.
One for recovery. She's wounded.
Acknowledged.
Kaz, the cargo on the barge. I was right. It's headed for the mountains.
You think that's where they're taking the nukes?
I'm sure of it. Let's move.
Okay.
Snake, Amanda's reached the plant.
Snake,
Amanda, how do you feel?
some first helicopter ride. I'll be perfectly happy if it's my last.
As you can see, she's doing fine. I set Amanda up with her own frequency, so call her anytime you need to.
If you have any questions about American bases or mercenary units, or about El Frente, just ask. And please, do not forget my compas and Chico.
Don't worry.
It's good to be working with you, boss.
Snake, we can monitor her condition in sickbay. Remember to assign roles to any POWs you bring back to Mother Base. How this outfit gets built depends on who we assign to what jobs. That'll determine how Mother Base grows. It's one of your most important roles, boss.
Yeah, I know.
Hell yeah, dude. Tortilla chips.
Boss, one more thing.
Now what?
Now
It's about sickbay.
Yeah, I agree. Snake.
Naturally, we can use it for the sick or injured like we did with Amanda. But we can't expect people to get better without the proper treatment.
Uh-huh.
So I figure we'll need a medical team for that. The number of team members and their abilities will determine how quickly the sick and injured heal. They can also monitor everybody's health.
Right. Prevention is the best medicine.
You got it. Remember to wash your hands often and gargle twice a day, boss.
If only I had the time.
Okay. I think we're going to do one more mission. Really, what I want to do is rescue Chico. I want to get to the point where we rescue Chico. Yes! Okay, we're going to do this mission. We're going to rescue Chico, and then we'll do some outro. I'll go over some shit, and then we'll be done for the night. And we'll see you tomorrow. Let's do this
Snake,
fucking
the
shit.
nukes appear to have left the coastal marshes and reached the mountains around Irazu. But without a guide, it's going to be tough tracking those things in the mountains. So we need you to infiltrate one of their bases, a prison facility.
I hope nothing's happened to Amanda's brother.
I hear ya. There may be other Sandinistas held there too. To bring them back safely to MSF, use the Fulton recovery system. As I'm sure you know from experience, it's completely harmless. After all, you won't have time to sit there and convince every single one of them to join.
One other thing, Snake.
Amanda.
Those CIA bastards confiscated some of the houses in the village. Chico's got to be inside one of them.
Houses, huh? How do I tell which ones?
They took over the houses. They installed new front doors for security purposes. The new doors are blue, with peepholes, so you can see what's inside.
Blue doors. Got it.
You're getting close to the end of the transport route. Good luck, Snake.
Alright, let's do some mission prep. I want my hush puppy. Nice, we got the rank 2. We're not gonna need the law anymore. I don't have anything else that stuns. I'm not trying to kill anybody, but just in case we need to, we're gonna bring that. We're gonna bring magazines, of course. S-rank magazines, nice. And let's see, anything else? I think we're good. What about here? Too popular in Latin America. Let's do it. Cover site. We got a camera, we got a Walkman. I'll just change the background music there. Oh, let's equip that. Let's see what that does. Alright. Cool. Oh, one more thing. Uniform. Let's try it. Nice, we got DPM. Tree bark DPM. It's Comrade. G&J. Let's do DPM, dude. That was our favorite camo. Jungle or dirt surfaces? Sounds good to me. Alright. Let's do it. Let's fucking rescue Chico, guys! Dude, Chico's like one of my favorite characters. I'm so excited. And this is good. This is a good way to sort of start up this game. Chico! Yeah!
Chico's in a prison camp north of here.
Fuck those guys. Taking Chico, I'll fucking kill him. Chico's my boy. Alright. You do have to remember, though, this is a sneaking mission. This isn't your fucking normal, everyday 10-cent shooter where you can just go around mowing people. You gotta be fucking careful. This is Metal Gear. You're not looking around here. I wish I had a scope. So in MGS 5, you get a scope. Let's see. We got binos. We can't see how skilled that guy is, so who knows. We're gonna keep our Fulton though. Just, you know, go to our Walkman here. Yeah, nothing. There we go, Walkman. Oh, nice. Very cool. Okay. Huh. Right on. Alright, cool. Let's go back to surround indicator. Ah, that's that there. Okay, interesting. We've got our tea. And we've got our love box, which is a box that's a little bit bigger. It's made for two. Miller got together with the R&D team, and he was like, "Guys, we need to get Snake laid." And the R&D team was like, "All right, we'll put our best scientists on getting Snake laid." And so they developed this box. They were like, you know, if Snake's ever going to get laid, it's going to be in the box.
The basin ahead leaves you completely exposed to sniper fire.
Snipers? What snipers? I'm in a fucking box. Just to clear things up and for some closure on that story that I was just telling, the box did not work, and Snake did not get laid. Nor will he. No, I'm just joking. Big Boss, you know, he gets Eva. It's Solid Snake that...
Sniper! Better be careful if you don't want your head blown off.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Thanks, Miller. Well, you guys will see all about Solid Snake. Where are those snipers? Where can I find a sniper rifle? Okay. I'm not seeing any snipers. Where did you go?
Somebody there? Nothing.
There they are. I see the snipers. Hey, yo, boy. Bam! Get sniped with a pistol. Come on. What are you doing? Here's a prisoner. We can finally rescue this prisoner. Whoa. Hear that? What's that? Alright, we can rescue this prisoner at least. So let's go. Fulton them. Dude, the Fulton recovery system is one of the best things in the Metal Gear universe. It's a real thing, by the way. That was actually used.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed on...
That's not like some crazy Metal Gear shit. Like, the Fulton recovery system was actually used in war. Particularly in Vietnam, when it was very hard to recover people by helicopter because of the dense forest.
Chico's in one of these houses. You've got to find him, Snake.
I don't think it was, like, a commonly used thing, but they definitely did it once or twice.
To check inside a house, press the action button in front of the door.
Mama!
Somebody there?
No, nobody's here. Don't worry about
it. Chico, is that you?
Yeah, I did know which one was Chico beforehand. So.
Who's there?
Chico, it's me.
Joy, that
Yes,
photographer.
Chico! That's right. A war photographer.
Huh? I thought you were here for the birds.
Yeah.
I thought you were here for the birds.
Whoa! Is that chess? Can I see it? Wow, the same kind of chair used!
You can't keep it, kid. Here, have these instead.
Those photos! Huh. Oh no, Amanda!
She's safe. Don't worry.
You sure?
We're patching her up back at my place.
She's hurt?
I said don't worry. It's just a broken leg.
You got any cigarettes? A cigar, huh? Hey!
It's not for kids. Chico, do you know where they took the cargo?
Cargo? What cargo?
Let me rephrase that. How do they get stuff from the coast up here?
Oh, that I can tell you. When the cargo gets to the harbor, they first send it up the marshes on a barge. Then, they load it onto a jungle train past the banana plantation and transport it by rail. The train stops here. When it gets to the train terminal past the coffee plantation, they reloaded again. This time onto a truck, which disappears into a tunnel heading toward the mountains.
Disappears? Chico, what's on the other side of that tunnel?
Nobody knows. None of our compas ever got close enough. He's protected by a spirit.
A spirit?
Yeah, a giant monster. El Basilisco.
King of Snakes.
The King of Snakes?
No, really, I saw it. I was camping up there one day, and just as I was waking up around dawn, I heard this loud noise. I opened my eyes and saw an enormous shadow. Must have been 30 bara at least. It was walking, on legs as big as trees.
Where did you see it?
At the terminal.
If anybody
near the
knows what a
tunnel.
vara is, let
But
me
I
know.
only saw it that one time.
Is that like a meter?
What
are you
exactly
talking?
were you doing there?
Well, me and my sister got into a fight.
And you just happened to go camping.
You know, their train should be arriving at the place I saw El Basilisco right about now.
Is it far?
No, really. Go past the coffee plantation, and it'll be to the north. What are you chasing?
Something that could keep the world in balance. Or destroy it.
Huh?
I heard that place was a narcotics plant before those guys took it over. But you already knew that, didn't you? Look, I get it. Even revolutionaries need to pay the bills. Still, must be tough for a kid like you to swallow.
You're damn right it is. The road they use to transport stuff is the same one mi viejo used to smuggle drugs. He sold the drugs to the Norte Americanos and used the profits to fund the army. They tried to keep it hidden from me.
Chico's so pure, dude.
Is that why you went camping?
Yes. I managed to sneak into the plant a few times and I tried to set it on fire. Everyone treats me like a child. I couldn't stand it anymore. I'm not a kid, I'm 12.
Couldn't do it though, could you? Chico, growing up means choosing how you're gonna live your life. To do the right thing, you sometimes have to leave the things you care about behind. Parents, family, your homeland.
But mi viejo.
What's up, Mr. Schaefer? How's it going, man?
Papa.
Chico, look at the photos.
Mi viejo.
He's gone. But there's one thing you don't ever leave behind. Your memories. Keep them safe. You want to get out of here, Chico?
I do, but...
Come back with me. Your sister's waiting for you.
I can't go back. I can't face everybody.
You told them where your compas are. I see. Nothing to be ashamed of. Pain gets the better of us all.
I wish I was dead.
Okay then. I'll put you out of your misery.
What?
Any last words? Shoot. You are only going to kill a man. I just wasted a bullet. Don't waste your life. Listen to me, Chico. You died here today. You understand? You're hombre nuevo. A new man. Now, give that new life to me.
Huh?
Fight with me, little soldier. Show me how strong you really are.
Fuck yeah.
Dry your tears, then promise me one thing. No smoking until you get older. Remember, real heroes are never as polished as the legends that surround them.
You got it, boss.
Snake is fine.
What's that?
Dude, the fucking surprise Fulton. Oh, man. That is great. All right. Well, that's pretty good. You know, we're, Nice. Okay.
Snake, Chico made it over.
Snake!
Chico, you made it.
Chico.
Made it. Don't give me that. You say you're gonna give me a new life, and then you nearly kill me.
I take it you didn't enjoy the trip.
What's the big idea? Dragging me off in a balloon? I might as well have taken a Calibri.
At least you got a nice view. Or are you afraid of heights?
Whatever. I just wish you would explain it to me first.
Would you have agreed to go if I did?
Thank you for saving us, Snake.
Amanda, a word of advice.
What?
Stop treating him like a child.
Yes. Yes, I know. You're right. I shouldn't.
Amanda, you're coming back after your leg heals, right?
Of course. We still have work to do.
We, huh? Are you sure you've got Chico's future in mind when you say that?
What do you mean? We're sworn to our father's cause, to helping the revolution succeed.
Revolution or no revolution, you pick up a gun and sooner or later you're going to hell. Are you prepared for that?
I am. If the alternative is giving up the country I love, I'll take hell.
Really? Well then, you're gonna have to stop treating Chico like a brother and start treating him like a soldier.
You're right.
Welcome to hell.
Snake, can I ask you a favor?
Shoot.
You find any prisoners from El Frente, you bring them back alive. Because...
You're trying to make amends for talking.
Not just that. Because they're compas.
All right. But first, I've got to catch up to that cargo.
I'll do whatever I can to help. Call me if there's anything you need to know about the area.
And what?
Let me know if you encounter any wildlife you've never seen before.
Never seen before? What, like that basilisco you were talking about?
I'm talking about UMAs.
UMAs?
You know, like ancient dinosaurs or legendary monsters. One day, I'm going to be a hunter.
A monster hunter.
Is that right? Okay, sure.
If you want to know more, I'm happy to tell you.
Right.
Yes, sir. It
I'll
sure
be in
is,
touch,
Eric.
Chico.
Okay, Snake. The enemy's cargo is headed for the next outpost, a rail terminal.
Chico says no one's ever set foot past there.
Their main base is probably on the other side of that tunnel. Unless we catch those spears before reaching it, they'll be in enemy hands. You've got to stop them. Hurry, Snake.
All right. Well.
Snake, weapons and items development is going nowhere fast. Send us some more soldiers with the Fulton.
Bring us some more
Boss,
guys.
I had an idea.
Okay, thank you, Miller. Thank you. All right, well, we rescued Chico. I hope that was a good intro to Peace Walker. We're actually pretty far through the game. I think it's only going to take us this week to get through this game. Tomorrow we might stream a little bit longer and try to smash through as much as this is possible. I'd like to get through this game by the end of the week, and then next week we'll be playing Metal Gear Solid 5. And then after that, we're going to be going straight into my favorite 3 games, Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 4. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. All right, well, as always, we have the best is yet to come to play us out. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and hopefully I see you all tomorrow at 8 p.m. Thanks, guys. See you later.